was gray, the kind that never feels like day. And I still see her walking free, like she was never meant for me. The rope still sways above the ground, where silence makes the only sound. And every step I try to trace just leads me back to that same place. She didn't cry, she didn't stay, just turned her eyes and walked away. Like something broke, but I couldn't tell if it was love or something else. The sheriff's men stood lined in rows, like they already knew how it goes. And I stood still, too late to run, to undo what I'd become. Her hand was soft, her voice was low. She said, "There's things you'll never know." And then she looked toward the road, like it offered her some hope. I called her name, but not too loud, like I was still afraid of sound. And every breath I couldn't keep felt like it sank too deep. She left me for the gallows that day. No tears, no words, no final state, just shadows where her love once grew, and the sky that split in two. Oh, I tried to reach, I tried to fight, but she chose the fading light. And every memory I pursue still hangs right there with you. The preacher spoke, but I heard none, just saw the way her gaze was gone. Not hatred, not regret or blame, just something I can't name. The crowd stood still like carved in stone, but I've never felt more alone than watching her step past the line, where she stopped being mine. The road creaked slow in morning air, like it already knew she cared more for the end than what was said. Oh, what was left instead? The world went quiet, sharp and tight, like it was holding back the night. And every second stretching through pulled me further from you. She left me for the gallows that day. No tears, no words, no final stay, just shadows where her love once grew, and the sky that split in two. Oh, I tried to reach, I tried to fight, but she chose the fading light. And every memory I pursue still hangs right there with you. They say she chose it on her own, like she had always been alone. But I still hear her last goodbye somewhere behind a hollow sky. And when the wind begins to turn, I feel the lessons I never learned, that love don't always stay and wait. Sometimes it walks straight into fate. The gallows don't forget a name, they just remember what you became. And I still stand beneath the beam where she left me in a dream. It ain't the rope, it ain't the wood, it's everything misunderstood. Every moment left unsaid becomes a space place where love is dead. And some goodbyes don't fall like rain. They carve themselves inside your pain, till every breath you try to take still feels like her mistake. She left me for the gallows still, like it was always part of her will. No turning back, no second try, just watching love learn how to die. Oh, I tried to call, I tried to stay, but she had already slipped away. And every breath I take in view still hangs me back to you. Now I don't speak, I don't pretend, I stand beneath what won't amend. No closure left, no truth to find, just her still living in my mind. And if you ever love too deep and feel the silence start to creep, don't let it choose for you the end, or love will never come again. The rope still sways, the wind runs low, but she's already let me go. And I remain where shadows bow, with what I lost still hanging out. Blood moon hanging over the road, my old truck carrying a heavy load. Miles behind and miles ahead, running from memories better left dead. The tires hummed on cracked black tar, beneath a sky without a star. Dust rose high in the midnight air, like spirits following everywhere. A rusted sign beside the lane marked a town erased by rain. Its empty streets still seemed alive, like something there refused to die. The farther I drove into the night, the less the darkness felt behind. Blood moon highway calling me home, through the darkness I still roam. Blood moon highway wild and free, the devil's road beneath my feet. Blood moon highway long and wide, with the regrets riding beside. Blood moon highway endlessly, the devil's road beneath my feet. Across the river near county line, where moonlight painted silver pines, the water moved like liquid black, reflecting everything I lacked. A neon diner burned alone, the last bright light for miles from home. Inside a waitress poured my drink and asked me what I didn't think. I said some roads never truly end, They only bend and bend again. She smiled like she'd heard it before from broken men passing through the door. The jukebox played a faded song about the places we belong. Blood Moon Highway calling me home. Through the darkness I still roam. Blood Moon Highway, wild and free. The devil's road beneath my feet. Blood Moon Highway, long and wide, with old regrets riding beside. Blood Moon Highway, endlessly. The devil's road beneath my feet. Mama prayed when I left town, as autumn leaves were falling down. She said, son, don't chase every ghost you see. Ghosts were all that followed me. Every mile became a scar. Every night another bar. Every sunrise felt the same. Different places, same old pain. Near dawn I reached the desert plain, where silence ruled like an old king's reign. The blood moon hung above the land, like judgment from an unseen hand. I pulled the truck onto the shoulder, feeling older, colder, bolder. The wind blew hard across my face, like it knew every mistake. Then somewhere far beyond the hill, the darkness seemed to stand still. For a moment I could almost see the man I used to be. The engine cooled, the sky turned gray, the moon grew pale, but I stayed. Blood Moon Highway calling me home. Through the darkness I still roam. Blood Moon Highway, wild and free. The devil's road beneath my feet. Blood Moon Highway, long and wide, with old regrets riding beside. Blood Moon Highway, endlessly. The devil's road beneath my feet. Blood Moon Highway, hear my plea. Take these chains and set me free. Blood Moon Highway, endlessly. Carry what's left of me. The blood moon slowly disappeared beyond the western horizon, but the road remained endless, waiting. And somewhere past the darkness, another mile called my name. steeple cracked against the sky, like it forgot how to die. And every bell that used to ring just hung there deaf and suffering. The wood gave way, the hymn went wrong, and the night turned into smoke and song. With all my sins and broken plans, the candles line the altar stone, but I was never there alone. The preacher's voice had long gone dry, like even faith refused to try. And every prayer I used to trust turned slowly into dust. The stained glass burning colors red, like every word that I had said was waiting here to be undone by fire rising one by one. The air grew thick, the ground grew hot, like something holy I forgot. And every breath I tried to keep just fell into the heat. I left my soul in a burning church that night, under shattered holy light. No savior came, no hand to reach, just ashes where I used to preach. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to pray, but the fire learned my name that day. And every step I can't retrace still burns through empty space. Still burns through empty space. Fell down in splintered flame, like it no longer knew its name. And every hymn that once felt true was swallowed by the burning blue. The pews collapsed like broken vows, like faith that finally disavowed the weight of everything I was and everything it does. I stood there still, I didn't move, like I had nothing left to prove, just watching something I once believed turn to embers I received. The roof gave way, the walls gave in, like it was where it all begins. And every truth I tried to save got buried in that grave. I left my soul in a burning church for me, and I don't think I'm still free. No holy and no sacred line, just fire that remembers mine. Oh, I tried to fight, I tried to stay, but it all burned anyway. And every breath I try to take still carries what I break. The smoke went up like prayers unbound, too lost to ever be found. And in the rising ash I knew there was nothing I could do. Not devil's hand, not heaven's grace, just me and fire in the place where everything I tried to hide was standing right outside. And when the flames had finally spoke, it wasn't wrath, it wasn't smoke, it was the sound of letting go of everything I used to know. It ain't the church, it ain't the flame, it's everything we failed to name. Every truth we try to sounds inside my mind. Now I don't kneel, I don't return. I watch the embers slowly burn. No faith to hold, no truth to clutch. Just what I lost in too much. And if you ever hear that sound of wooden faith collapsing down, don't step inside, don't stay too long, or you'll learn that burning song. The church is gone, the night runs thin, but something never left within. And I remain where ashes lurk, where I left my soul in a burning church. Now, chapel stood on a lonely hill, white paint fading cold and still, black wings circling through the gray, like they knew what happened that day. Its windows stared like hollow eyes toward forgotten southern skies. The wooden cross above the door had weathered storms for years and more. The graveyard slept beneath the weeds, guarding secrets no one reads. Broken stones lean toward the earth, mocking sorrow, loss and birth. The wind blew hard across the land, like judgment from an unseen hand. Crows above the chapel tonight, watching over every life. Crows above the chapel fly, waiting for another soul to die. Above the chapel still, circling high above the hill. Crows above the chapel cry beneath the cold and empty sky. An old preacher lived there once, speaking words of providence, but whispers spread from town to town when strange misfortune came around. A farmer vanished in the rain, never seen alive again. A widow swore she heard him pray long after death had come his way. Every Sunday fewer came, fear replacing faith and shame, until one stormy autumn night the chapel lost its final light. The bell stopped ringing, the door stayed closed, and darkness claimed what heaven knows. Crows above the chapel tonight, watching over every life. Crows above the chapel fly, waiting for another soul the devil came one night and left before the morning. But every story ends the same. A storm, a scream, a flash of lightning, and the crows always the crows. Shadows long and wide, the chapel stood against the glow, like a monument to sorrow. I climbed the hill through mud and rain, drawn by something I couldn't explain. The front door creaked beneath my hand, like it remembered every man. Inside the pew sat covered in dust, abandoned hymns and fading trust. And somewhere deep within the dark, a single crow let out a mark. The chapel remembers, the graveyard remembers, the crows remember, the dead remember. Above the chapel tonight, watching over every lie. Crows above the chapel fly, waiting for another soul to die. Crows above the chapel still, circling high above the hill. Crows above the chapel cry beneath the cold an empty sky. Crows above the chapel remain through every storm and every rain. Crows above the chapel soar, guarding secrets forevermore. By sunrise, the hill was empty, the chapel stood. The sky was wide, too bright to stare, like something waiting in the air. But every cloud went still and thin, like it was folding inward. No trumpet sound, no angel call, just silence pressing on it all. I stood beneath that broken light, where day feels almost like the night. And every breath I tried to take felt like it might begin to break. The clouds were lined in silver gray, like they had something left to say. But all at once they pulled away, like they had nothing left to stay. A glow on swarm began to fade, like something slowly got afraid. And in that fading I could see a closing hours meant to be. The air went still, the world leaned low, like it already didn't know if what it held was meant to last. Oh, something already passed. soul that stands below and lets them go. I saw heaven close its doors for me, and I don't think I'm still free. No light above, no truth beneath, just silence where there used to be. Oh, I tried to reach, I tried to pray, but it turned its face away. And every breath I tried to find still closes in my mind. Now I don't look up anymore, I walk where silence is the floor. No hope to keep, no faith to prove, just what I cannot move. And if you ever see that sky where light just quietly dies, don't call its name, don't beg it stay, or you'll see it turn on my mind. The world goes on, the night runs thin, but something never lets me in, and I remain where echoes pour from heaven closing its doors. Stone, names carved deeper for the forgotten roam. Blue branks fade where the last fire fell. You can hear the echoes cry from hell. The churchyard gate screams in the night, rusted chains rattling in the building light. Every ghost has a story to defend, every wound we carry never. Singing through the trees, the ghosts of old Tennessee. Every river knows their names, every mountain hides their pain. The Cumberland runs dark tonight, reflecting pale and dying light. The forest breeze beneath the storm, where restless souls forever mourn. Through broken hollows and forgotten minds, the shadows linger beyond time. Old blood still stains the rocky ground, where mercy never could be found. The wind begins to call again, like voices rising from the follows me. There's an old church on a mountain ridge, standing guard above the mist. Its bell hasn't rung for many years, yet echoes still fill my ears. I hear coal miners deep below, swinging picks where cold winds blow. I hear soldiers from another age, still trapped within their final rage. Mothers crying by cabin doors, waiting for sons who came no more. Every valley keeps the sound of hearts that never left this ground. The thunder rolls across the hills, and every memory wakes and chills. Ghosts of Tennessee, stay with me, like old songs carried by the breeze. Ghosts of Tennessee, I still hear your voices calling through the years. Ghosts of Tennessee, black as night, lost beneath the pale moonlight. Ghosts of Tennessee, set me free from the curse that follows me. I walk the roads my father knew, and his father too. Dust and bones, blood and truth. The mountains watched us come and go, generation after generation. The land remembers, even when people don't. And somewhere beneath these ancient hills, the dead are still singing. Shadows long and wide, the forest seemed to come alive, with eyes glowing in the night. I felt cold hands upon my skin, like old spirits pulling me in. Not with anger, not with hate, but with the weight of forgotten fate. Then the mountain wind began to cry, like 1,000 souls passing by. Every voice became one sound, shaking the heavens and the ground. The river remembers, the mountains remember, the forests remember, the dead remember. Ghosts of Tennessee, stay with me, like old songs carried by the breeze. Ghosts of Tennessee, I still hear your voices calling through the years. Ghosts of Tennessee, black as night, lost beneath the pale moonlight. Ghosts of Tennessee, set me free from the curse that follows me. Still beyond the river, beyond the hills, beyond the years. The ghosts of Tennessee never truly leave. There's a street that looks like any, with the lights all burning low. Not a sound to raise suspicion, not a thing you wouldn't know. And the air don't feel much different, just a little hard to breathe. Like the ground is holding secrets no one's willing to release. I came in just past midnight. No one asked me where I'd been, just a glance that held too steady, like they'd seen it all before then. Every door was slightly open, but no voices carried through, just a silence that felt shared, like it belonged to more than you. There's no mark upon the surface, no sign posted on the wall, but the way they move around you says they've buried something all. No names called, no lines to cross, just something everyone has lost. And every step I take inside feels like nowhere left to hide. It's a town full of sinners tonight, no wrong declared, no proven right, just something hanging in the air, like everyone's already there. Oh, I tried to tell myself I'm clean, that I'm not part of what I've seen, but every face I pass along feels like it knows I don't belong. The windows show are kinda normal, meals half-eaten, lights still on, but there's something in the stillness, like the meaning's almost gone. No one speaks of what they carry, no one dares to name the weight, but it lingers in the quiet, like it's learned to tolerate. I sat down in a corner, tried to listen, tried to hear, but the silence had a language that was clearer than the fear. No truth to tell, no lie to break, just something everyone will take. And every breath I try to keep feels like it's running just as deep. It's a town full of sinners tonight, no end in dark, no end in light. You can walk the streets and never see what's underneath the symmetry. Oh, I turned, I tried to deny that I could ever be like they, but every step I tried to claim just echoed back the same. I looked into a passing window, caught a figure standing still. For a second I didn't know it, then I felt it in my will. No mark to set me different, no sign I could defend, just the weight of recognition, like I'd always been one of them. And in that quiet cold reflection, with no distance left to draw, I stopped trying to separate it and felt it as my own. It ain't a place that makes you fall, it's what you share beneath it all. Every truth you choose to bear finds a way to fit right in, and sinners don't stand out in lines, they blend into the same design. So every step you think is free might match the town you came to see. the street looks just like always. Nothing changed, nothing new, but the silence feels connected in a way I can't undo. And if you ever find a place where nothing feels out of place, don't assume that means it's clean. It might just mean it's all the same. Keeps falling on the fields tonight, covering tracks beneath the night. The earth remembers every name, even when the world forgets the same. The graveyard rests beyond the pines, where crooked crosses lean with time. Their shadows stretch through mud and clay, like hands that never went away. The river swells beneath the storm, dark and cold and far from warm. It carries secrets from the dead and whispers words best left unsaid. The thunder speaks, the willow bends, every ending meets its end. 6 feet of southern rain above me, cold wind singing through the trees. 6 feet of southern rain tonight, washing away what used to be. 6 feet of southern rain around me, ghosts still walking sacred ground. 6 feet of southern rain tonight, we're lost souls, never make a sound. There's an old cemetery down the road, hidden where the wild vines grow. No visitors come anymore, only ravens gathering by the door. Names are fading from the stone, like lives erased and overgrown. Yet every crack and weathered scar still tells us who we really are. I knew a man who died alone, with whiskey breath and a heart of stone. Now rain falls equally on saints and thieves beneath these ancient Tennessee leaves. The sky grows black, the river rises, no soul escapes. It's final crisis. 6 feet of southern rain above me, cold wind singing through the trees. 6 feet of southern rain tonight, washing away what used to be. 6 feet of southern rain around me, ghosts still walking sacred ground. 6 feet of southern rain tonight, where lost souls never make a sound. I can hear the chains beneath the soil. I can hear forgotten prayers drowned by time. The preacher's voice is gone, the outlaw's gun is rust. The rich man and the poor man become the same dust. And the rain keeps falling year after year, like heaven crying tears nobody can hear. The blood moon hangs above the ridge, like judgment standing at the edge. Its crimson glow paints every grave, every sinner it could never save. The storm winds howl through broken trees, carrying ancient elegies. I close my eyes and hear them sing, the dead beneath the rain-soaked wind. Then lightning tears the sky apart, like God reaching for a broken heart. For one brief second all was clear, life and death standing nearer, near. The rain remembers, the dirt remembers, the river remembers, the dead remember. like a beast crying through the night. Steel wheels rolling without end, carrying sinners where roads descend. The tracks cut through the barren land like scars carved by a devil's hand. No station lights, no town ahead, just smoking shadows clothed in dread. The engine screamed beneath the storm, its iron heart forever warm. Black smoke rising toward the sky like lost souls learning how to die. The farther it rolled through the rain, the louder it called my name. I'm riding that hellbound train, loaded down with guilt and pain. Hellbound train through the pouring rain, no way back from where I've been. I'm riding that hellbound train, past every loss and every shame. Hellbound train through the midnight rain, no salvation on this line again. Inside the cars were weathered men, running from who they'd always been. Gamblers drift as thieves and ghosts, each carrying burdens the most. One old preacher sat alone, holding tightly to a worn-out tome. His eyes looked tired, cold and gray, like faith itself had slipped away. Across from him a gunslinger slept, dreaming of promises never kept. The scars upon his hardened face told stories time could not erase. No one spoke, no one prayed, only the wheels beneath us sang. I'm riding that hellbound train, loaded down with guilt and pain. Hellbound train through the pouring rain, no way back from where I've been. I'm riding that hellbound train, past every loss and every shame. Hellbound train through the midnight rain, no salvation on this line again. The conductor wore a black coat, his face hidden in shadow. No ticket punched, no destination named, only one direction, forward, always forward. Past forgotten towns, past abandoned churches, past every chance I ever had. And through the darkness I finally understood. This train wasn't carrying us to hell, we brought hell with us. its crimson light revealed the truth, the sins of age and sins of youth. I looked outside and saw the dead, walking where the tracks had led. Hundreds standing in the rain, watching us pass once again. Their hollow eyes followed the train, filled with sorrow, loss and pain. Not with anger, not with hate, but the weight of forgotten fate. The tracks remember, the engine remembers, the dead remember, and God remembers. I'm riding that hellbound train, loaded down with guilt and pain. Hellbound train through the pouring rain, no way back from where I've been. I'm riding that hellbound train, past every loss and every shame. Hellbound train through the midnight rain, no salvation on this line again. There's a forest that don't answer when the wind moves through the trees. Just a stillness made of patience, like it's holding memories. And the air feels thick but empty, like it knows what it has heard, but it never speaks about it, never offers up a word. I walked in without direction, no sound but my own pace, like I was trying to forget something that I couldn't quite erase. Every branch above me bending, but not breaking, not too much, like the world had learned to witness without ever needing touch. Then it happened without warning, not a build-up, not a sign, just a moment where the silence got divided by a line. No echo that can hold it, no return to what it was, and every breath that follows after feels like it's missing, 'cause it was a gunshot in the quiet pines tonight. No wrong declared, no clear right, just something cutting through the air that still refuses to repair. Oh, I stood still, I didn't move, let the moment start to prove that every silence I once knew was only waiting for this through. The trees don't run or shatter, they just carry what is past, like they understand that breaking isn't something that can last. There's no judgment in the branches, no reaction in the ground, just a settling of the distance where the silence used to sound. I look around for meaning, but the forest doesn't care. It just holds a single moment, like it's always been there. No truth to chase, no blame to give, just something that won't let me live. And every step I try to take feels like it's already late. It was a gunshot in the quiet pines I see. It was never just for me. No matter how I tried to hide, it stayed led me back into the sound. Now I don't run from echoes, let them settle where they fall. There's no ending in the hearing, just a stillness after all. And it isn't punishment rising, it's just consequence in air. Like a truth that once was hidden, now is simply everywhere. And in that quiet realization, with no resistance left to try, I stopped calling it an ending and let it occupy. It ain't the sound that breaks you down, it's what still lingers all around. Every silence you disturb becomes a part of what you heard. And forests don't forget the sound, they keep it buried in the ground. So every step you think is clean still carries what you've been. It was a gunshot in the pines, I know. It never really let me go. No matter how I tried to be, it stayed alive inside of me. Oh, I stood still, I didn't fight. Let the silence take the night. And every breath I thought was mine was shaped by that dividing line. Now the forest feels the same still, but I don't hear it that way. Like something changed without changing and never went away. And if you ever hear a quiet that feels too sharp to ignore, don't assume it fades to nothing. It might be what it was before. Through fire and pouring rain, made mistakes I can't explain. Every scar tells the same old tale of roads where good men fail. I've slept beneath neon lights and wandered through endless nights, chasing freedom town to town, while my soul kept breaking down. The whiskey burned but never healed. The truth was something I concealed. Every promise left behind still haunts the corners of my mind. The farther I ran from yesterday, the closer the darkness came. The devil knows my name tonight. He calls me through the pale moonlight. The devil knows my name too well. I've danced too close to hell. The devil knows my name somehow. He's standing in the shadows now. The devil knows my name by heart, like he knew me from the start. for mercy on my soul, long before I lost control. I can still hear her trembling voice, warning me about my choices. But youth runs wild and pride runs deep, and some debts never fall asleep. Now every highway looks the same, every mile repeats my shame, every mirror shows a face, trying hard to leave no trace. The storm clouds gathered overhead like ghosts of words I never said. The devil knows my name tonight. He calls me through the pale moonlight. The devil knows my name too well. I've danced too close to hell. The devil knows my name somehow. He's standing in the shadows now. The devil knows my name by heart, like he knew me from the start. I met him once, or maybe twice, at a crossroads late at night. He wore a smile sharp as a knife and spoke of every wasted life. He knew my fears, he knew my sins, he knew where all the darkness begins. And when he whispered my name aloud, the thunder answered from the clouds. Plains, shining through the pouring rain. The highway stretched beyond my sight, a black river through the night. I stopped beside an old oak tree, where the dead seemed to speak to me. Their voices drifted through the wind, warning me where I had been. For a moment I saw the truth, the sins of age and sins of youth. And every road I traveled far had left another scar. The highway remembers, the whiskey remembers, the devil remembers, and God remembers. The devil knows my name tonight. He calls me through the pale moonlight. The devil knows my name too well. I've danced too close to hell. The devil knows my name somehow. He's standing in the shadows now. The devil knows my name by heart, like he knew me from the start. The devil knows my name tonight, but I still see a distant light. The devil knows my name, it's true, but redemption might know it too. The storm kept moving, between heaven and hell. I kept driving. The fire's gone, the ash is cold. The sky's done what skies are told. But something lingers in my skin, like it never lets me in. The wind moves through the empty frame, but nothing here feels quite the same. Them clean in river light, I scrubbed them raw through half the night. But every drop just came back wrong, like smoke still knew where it belonged. No matter where I turn or hide, it follows me from the inside. Not flame, not heat, not burning bright, just memory refusing night. The world looks normal, calm and still, but my hands don't know how to heal. I close my fists, I feel it there, like something's crawling in the air. And every breath I try to take just tastes like what I break. My hands still smell like smoke from that night, long after fire left the light. No clean escape, no truth to choke, just ash that never spoke. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to hide, but it followed me outside. And everything I try to do still burns a shade of you. The wind won't wash it off my skin, it only spreads it thin again. Like every step I ever made just deepens what I can't evade. The mirror shows me standing there with nothing clean enough to spare. And in the glass I start to see what fire made of me. No wound to show, no scar to trace, just something time won't erase. The sin don't leave, it settles deep, like something buried in my sleep. And every dream I try to keep still burns beneath my sleep. My hands still smell like smoke for me, and I don't think I'm still free. No water clears, no truth to choke, just memory and smoke. Oh, I tried to pray, I tried to flee, but it stayed attached to me. I try to find still carries it behind. They say it fades with passing time, but time don't wash away a crime. It only teaches how to hide what still is burning inside. And even when the night is calm, I feel it crawl across my palm, like something waiting to return for everything I learned. Not fire now, but afterglow, the part you never let go. It ain't the flame, it ain't the blaze, it's everything that never sways. Every choice we can undo still clings to what we do. And smoke don't leave, it only drifts through all the places memory shifts, till everything you try to clean still knows what you have been. My hands still smell like smoke for me, and it's the only thing I see. No washing out, no final coat, just ashes mixed with hope. Oh, I tried to run, I tried traces never end. No truth to fix, no past to break. Just everything I can't shake. And if you ever feel that sign on fingertips that aren't quite fine, don't trust the air, don't trust the sky, or you'll know exactly why. The fire's gone, the night runs thin, but something never leaves the skin. And I remain where embers spoke, with hands that still smell like smoke.